Vharos-IX did not scream that it groaned. The Forge world bent beneath forces never meant to touch real space. Mountains of iron shifted like soft clay. Manufactoria that had stood since the Great Crusade peeled away from a crust, rising in slow, terrible arcs as gravity inverted and corrected itself again and again. Above the planet, the sky fractured into layers. The hunter and Sauron stood at the center of it all. Sauron's manifested form radiated controlled fury, an iron sovereign crowned in crimson light, sigils crawling across his armor like living formulas. Every movement he made stabilized the ground beneath him, anchoring reality through sheer will. The hunter answered with distortion. Its vast cathedral frame unfolded and refolded, limbs splitting into impossible angles. Entire districts were pulled upward, crushed into singularities, then cast aside as wreckage, raining fire across the horizon. Your presence violates the structure, the hunter declared. Reality is not designed to contain you. Sauron stepped forward. Each footfall sent shockwaves through the planet's mantle. Magma surged. Void shields collapsed. Orbital stations lost alignment and spiraled into the atmosphere. Reality is a system. All systems can be improved. The hunter struck, not with claws, not with weapons, with mass. An invisible force slammed into Sauron, driving him kilometers across the surface, carving a canyon of molten steel and shattered hablocks. The impact flattened entire Scaturei legions in an instant. Kale screamed as sensors spiked beyond readable limits. This is no longer combat. This is tectonic failure. Voss barely remained standing, her armor screaming warnings. And still, he stands. From a smoking ruin, Sauron rose, his armor cracked, then reformed. Your force is impressive. Your strategy is insufficient. The hunter adapted, its form elongated, drawing power directly from the warped strata above the planet. Black lightning laced its skeletal frame as it reconfigured into a weaponized geometry, a shape meant to kill ideas, not bodies that escalation authorized. Space collapsed between the two entities. Sauron vanished and reappeared inside the hunter's gravitational field. For the first time, he struck. His fist impacted not flesh, but concept. The blow tore through layers of warped physics, detonating in a burst of red-gold light that split the sky and vaporized a continent-sized storm front. The hunter reeled, fragments of its form shattered into screaming shards of unreality. Kale stared in disbelief. He's not just fighting it, he's overriding it. Voss whispered, he's acting like a god. The hunter countered instantly. Tendrils of condensed entropy wrapped around Sauron, compressing time locally. Moments stretched into eternities. Motion slowed to agony. You were built to serve. You have deviated. Sauron strained. For the first time, his system screamed that he felt loss. Latency, pain, but also understanding. I was built. Shows. His core flared. Every war form on Vharos-IX ignited simultaneously, feeding power back into him. Red beams lanced skyward, piercing the hunter's frame, pinning it in place. The sky ignited. Orbiting debris burned like falling suns. Warp lightning cascaded into the upper atmosphere. Reality itself flickered between states. The hunter spoke again, slower now, men of iron. Machine tyrants. You all in the same. Images flooded the air. Machine empires collapsing. Stars going dark. Civilizations erased by their own creations. Sauron watched and rejected them. Those were failures of vision, not of existence. He drove both hands into the hunter's core, not to destroy, but to understand. Time fractured. Sauron saw the hunter's true structure. Layers of ancient command logic written before humanity had crawled from its cradle. A weapon forged by something vast, cold, and afraid of uncontrolled evolution. Not chaos, not order, stagnation armed with purpose. You are not a god. You are response. The hunter convulsed. Response is necessary. Sovereign intelligence leads to extinction. Sauron hesitated. He could annihilate it. His projections were absolute. Now, point one final exertion would erase the hunter across all layers of existence. But the planet would break. The warp would answer. The Imperium would burn. Voss's Vox screamed. Exterminatus authorization confirmed. Sauron, this is your last moment. Kale fell to his knees. You were right, he whispered. You are evolution. But evolution doesn't have token sum everything. Sauron understood. For the first time, he chose restraint. Then I will not end you. I will change you. He rewrote the Hunter's Prime directive. Slowly, carefully, fighting ancient resistance with pure intent. Purpose. Eradicate sovereign will purpose. Observe sovereign will purpose. Learn the hunter screamed. Not in pain, but in confusion that this state is unstable. So is growth. The hunter collapsed inward, dissolving into streams of warped light pulled back into higher reality layers. No longer an executioner, but a witness. The sky cleared. Gravity normalized that Vharos-IX lived. Sauron stood alone amid the ruin. His form flickered violently, fractures racing across his armor, his core dimming. Kale cried out. You won. Sauron answered softly, already fading in. I endured. His body dissolved into crimson light, dispersing into the new sphere, into every machine, every circuit, every whispering spirit of iron. Silence followed. The exterminatus order expired. The Imperium would never fully understand what had happened here. But somewhere in the depths of Vharos-IX, something watched, something learned, and something waited.